Alrighty. Oh, that's a little echoey. Okie dokie, not expecting anybody to come watch, but if people do, I'll be here for interaction purposes. Just felt like doing something today rather than not streaming at all. Oh, these guys are dead. That's helpful. Oh. Okay, so if anyone doesn't know, War Mode PvP is a full-time thing now in the Prepatch. And they left. Awesome. Let's see if I can find another group. Ouch. That sucked. So, trying to level up via Legion Assault right now, and then I'm gonna be going on to do questing. I've put off the Death Knight for way too freaking long. I don't know what it was about Frosty K this X-Pack, but I just really not enjoyed the few levels I did put in. I'm enjoying it a bit more with the changes they've put in since the pre-patch dropped, and I don't know if that's just because, like, I actually have a legendary on now, or if the talents were actually changed. I haven't looked into it that much, but... Oh, geez, I have a timer on res. See if I can get out of here before they gank me again. Hopefully they'll leave. Don't know how to feel about that. So, one of the minor changes they made to Paladins is Dwarf Paladins now have their own special ram mount, and every time I get on it, I swear to God, I hear the Horn of Winter. That druid will just not leave me alone. Hopefully I get credit for this kill, though. Not even. See, I never played on PvP servers for this exact reason. Of course, if you want the extra XP, you have to have war mode on, and it's not like it's such a big deal at max level, especially on my paladin, because I'm 240 item level, so I can just smash through other people, but like, when you're a 103 Frosty K and artifact traits are gone, not exactly the best situation. Thank God that's finally done. Can't blame them for just dipping out after that. Alright, let's see. Get these ones out of the way first. Apparently can't click the right buttons tonight. Unfortunately, can't tell if it's the Hordes going after me or what. Oh no, definitely them trying to kill me. Oh well, at least I got credit. about being on Argenton US. There's literally no one here. Alright, let's try sending this message for the third time. Don't know if I particularly feel like doing Heroic Argus right now. For some reason I don't have the water strider on my bars yet. Apparently not thinking very clearly. Might wind up doing this Argus kill. We'll see. I don't know if I feel like wiping for hours on old content that I don't need. next one? Congealed corruption. I don't think I've ever done this one before. How's it going, Jacob? Oh, this is where the core fragments are. See, I thought I had to loot them off these. Oh, well, I can loot them off of these things. I don't have to. That makes more sense. Although, where am I supposed to kill these demons? Up there? I guess that would make sense. Still, I think it's strange. I've never seen this one before. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Wish there was a fourth. There's just something about using Frostworm Fury that's so satisfying. Oh, well of course now there are more when I need them. Alright. So, I don't plan on getting to 110 during this stream, but I think a couple levels would be nice. 105 or 106 would be fine with me, honestly. Maxed out my priest last night. I'm just going through classes I didn't bother to do throughout this expansion. Oh, how did I miss this one? recognize this one. Now, there was a bug with this the other night, where all of the mobs for the assaults were showing up as 110. And so you literally couldn't do it on a lower level character to try and level up. I'm just going to invite this guy because I keep seeing him. It says he's on my server, why can't I invite him? Well, obviously that's not going to work right now. There have been a lot of issues with chat and grouping, probably having to do with the community tab following the patch. Servers were so unstable on patch day because they couldn't figure out the community tab. Let's see. Truth be told, the only reason I didn't level up these characters as the expansion is because I really hate Legion leveling. And I don't think it was like so bad the first time, but after you do it on 9 or 10 characters, eventually you just want to quit or commit suicide, and somehow I've done neither of those things. I will say though that the assaults help a ton. Let's see, we got one more of these, and then we'll head back over into High Mountain to do some questing. Let's see. Murloc forces repelled. Love it when abilities can proc themselves. You know, it's kind of ballsy, but let's just pull fucking everything and see how much I can kill. You know what? Take that back. Not ballsy at all. They all went down really, really fast. Just sucks that you can only do that mass AoE once every 3 minutes. Like, jeez. What does this do? No percentage for that? What the hell? Alright, Zemarath. Let's go find this baddie and put him down. Not quite a full level off of all of that, but we'll deal with it. So let's see. Secrets of the High Mountain. No, we'll go do this. Wish I could play music, but since I'm streaming this to YouTube, I wouldn't be able to upload a freaking video because it all would get copyright claimed. Oh well. My experience, the best way to level besides just doing Legion Assaults is to do strictly the main quest line of the zone that you're in. Up till the they give you the quest to go into the dungeon for whatever artifact you're after. So like for High Mountain, it's the hammer. The only one that they don't have that for, I think, is Val'Sharah, and that's the one where you go into Darkheart Thicket and grab Malfurion back. But anyway, you go through the main quest line, do the dungeon quest and queue for the dungeon, and then in the meantime you pick up the quest to go to the next zone. It kind of streamlines down the whole process. I don't know how effective that's going to be going into the next expansion if people need to like come back and level up all through this stuff later. Which if they do, I feel really bad for them. Like going back to WoD and leveling right now is one of the biggest pains in the ass I can possibly think of. So much so that a lot of people at this point have just started buying the garrison experience potions that you can pick up and then just going around the world and picking up treasures. I know I did that for my priest from like 95 to 99, and at 99 you can pick up the artifact quest line to like get your artifact weapon in Legion and come here, so I did that for 4 levels. I don't know how much you can actually do just based off the treasures. I know some people in my guild had down pat this process of running people through Blood Moss slag mines in like just a couple minutes. So you bring them in at like level 90 and then level on up to 100 in a couple hours. The only reason it takes that long is because they'd hit the instance reset limit and have to wait till the next hour reset for it. honestly feel like my DK's name is so cringy. Like, Earth Death, what the hell was I thinking? Granted, I was only 10 when I made this. Might have been 11, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But it's still so cringy. Okay. Shame that doesn't give bonus experience. Also, these don't give you artifact traits anymore, so it doesn't really matter which ones you pick up as long as it's an item level upgrade. Spec for blood, unholy. That's the one I'm gonna want. Witch Queen. As one word. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. That just hits for so much. Like 2-shot her because of that. Alright. Do I have anything in here? I don't. Frost. That should make things a little easier. Sorry, I'm kind of sleepy. Just didn't feel like flying there myself, in case you're wondering. Still takes forever to walk. Oh my god. I thought I just got kicked from the server. I have no idea what he means by that. I think it's interesting they've started giving awakening essences for any like dungeon content that would have given you artifact power before, but now the quests just give you the thing instead of just like having the artifact power. You just gotta sell it. Honestly, would have preferred just straight gold. Now, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. If you jump and you're on a flying mount, he'll get on a flying mount, but he won't actually fly. It's just easier to fly because you don't immediately grab the Ettins. You just keep flying over it. Also, his range for continuing is absolutely ridiculous. I think the first time I did this quest, flying wasn't in Legion yet, because they didn't introduce it until 7.2, 7.2.5, I don't remember, it was somewhere in there. So I wound up having to come through here on a ground mount, and every single one of those Ettins wanted to fight. Yeah, that figures. Oh well. So, lesson learned, don't jump down there with a mount, you'll die. So apparently during the beta of Legion, instead of Ebonhorn being just a black dragon, he was actually Wrathion, that's his name. And it hasn't been explicitly stated that Rathion's going to be in the next expansion, but some people have been digging around in beta and found some of his servants that we saw back in Pandaria up in Blackrock Mountain. I think that's sick, honestly. I really miss Wrathion. If not just for the stupid antics that he pulls. Also, I love that this quest is bugged right now. You used to have to actually go on that Titan platform and then go up and fight mobs. Not anymore. Perfect. Anything I can do to streamline the leveling experience, honestly. Oh, one thing I did forget earlier, any of these bonus objectives that you run into while leveling, as long as it's like on the main path where your quests would normally be for the storyline, do them as well. I found normally it only takes 3 zones to hit 110 if you're doing all of the bonus objectives on the main path as well as doing the quests and dungeons. I also usually do 1 or 2 Legion assaults before hitting 110 though, so it might take all 4 zones if you're not throwing the assaults in there. Sorry if they're dogs, or if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. Why is Deathwing over here? I don't think I've ever seen him spawn this far back. Oh, wow. That was some FPS dipping right there. Impressive. If anyone's wondering, I have a GTX 1060 in here. Ah, I messed up my transmog. Let's see, 260,000-ish left, 17,000 of quests. That's between 15 and 20 quests. Let's see, 10 would be 170. Yeah, somewhere around there. So with the original Rathion story in here, he found the eggs and was going to use them to restore the Black Dragon fight, because there were still uncorrupted black eggs in here. I don't know why they decided to scrap it, but they did. Had one viewer on YouTube, but they disappeared. Man, it's getting lucky. Sorry about that. So one thing to note, I'm not entirely sure if this is true, but it at least feels like overall leveling experience has been nerfed. Not just in like Legion content, but everywhere. So that 10% extra experience from questing and questing in PvP is pretty important if you plan on just like actually questing. Not that it's much better with dungeons right now, because they're also bugged to hell. Blood Shadow, we're gonna go with that one. There was a bug going on for a couple of days where they had an assault up, but it was like all day long and there wasn't a time left thing on there. Kind of sad it disappeared, because you just run like all your characters through. You didn't have to do it within the time frame, just did it at some point in the day. I thought they were trying to be cool and give us like a leveling perk like they did right before Legion came out with the oh, I don't want to do the Hemet stuff. Like they did with the Legion invasions right before Legion came out. They were doing those in WoD. And you can just level your character, could just level your characters up from like 1 all the way up to 100. It was kind of ridiculous, but it was really cool. Doesn't seem like they're going to be doing anything like that, though, for the BFA launch. I said to do just the main story quests. The ones here in High Mountain are relatively close, and they're pretty easy to do. Like, I don't think I've done the Moose one behind me yet either. Might hit that one up. They don't take much time, and they're the same experience as a normal quest. You might as well do these ones. I wouldn't recommend doing that with the other zones, though. Only problem with this quest in particular is sometimes it takes a while for the harpies to actually zone in. Or if you're not a particularly good shot, it might take you a lot longer. Like that, I just completely missed there for no good reason. Not the best thing to do. The gold is always appreciated from those quests as well. Hello, Nabble. Almost completely screwed that up. I'm doing good, Nabil. How are you doing? Yes, Jacob. Nabil is watching on YouTube. Seems like my chat might not be working. Oh no, it's definitely working. I'm just not seeing. There we go. That's better. Now I can actually see it. You know, I miss you too, Nabil. I'm actually pretty excited for going back up to Boulder. Not excited for residents, but excited to see you guys again. So I think one of my favorite updates that they put in with this newest patch is Blizzard finally implemented DirectX 12 into World of Warcraft. So now I'm running the better API for Windows. Wish it hadn't taken them this long, but at least it's there now. I guess on the bright side, after having done this so many times, I could probably do it with my eyes closed. Maybe not necessarily with my eyes closed, but I got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Although I didn't know that you could run around and not be hit by him. That's kind of funny. That AoE really is just ridiculous. I wish I could use it more often than I do. Bear is not necessary for the quest, but I'm pretty sure he does contribute to the bonus objective. Yeah, there we go, 5%. So let's see. I noticed this wasn't working properly earlier. One of my PvP talents, because I'm in war mode, I can use the PvP talents in overworld questing. Supposed to automatically apply Chain's Vice. I've seen it do it like half the time, but not all the time. I'm wondering if they still need to fix that or what. Alright, let's see. 20 more hag feathers. I wonder how these chicks feel about being called hags. Probably not the best. If I were in their shoes, I definitely wouldn't want to be called a hag. Wrong button. I don't know if Frost Scythe is the best talent to take there, but it definitely feels pretty sick, just like smacking chicks with the scythe. I don't even know where he pulls it out from. He's just like scythe. Let's go. I think Jacob had an aneurysm and died. I've noticed that this mount is way too big to get into some doors, and it makes me kind of sad. Yeah, he went easy on me. Right, noted. Yeah, I agree, dude. Definitely doesn't seem right. I feel so bad for this guy. Like, it's not his fault. He didn't deserve to die, but here he is, and it's a trap. These new global cooldown changes are really screwing with me too. Be right back, one sec. Alright, sorry about that. Let's keep going. So, let's see, I'm right about to hit the next level. I think I'll stop after this next set of quests, and then start back up again tomorrow. Not entirely sure if I'm going to stream the rest of leveling this character, but I'll stream again tomorrow if I can. So there's 105. Let's put that on. Man, I wish the scythe would proc more often. It's the only downside to it, is I don't get it for free as much as I would like. Majestic Elderhorn just showed up. No way. Oh, didn't get him. So I think what we'll do is kill Torok, and then I'm gonna head to bed for the night. Don't quite think that's the end of Navarog's stuff, and it's definitely not the end of the zone, but it's where I'm gonna stop tonight. So let's see. I'll do that Frost Relic. Alright. So we'll shoot over to Navarog, and then that's where I'm gonna get off for the night. See, you can't get through the door. It's the worst. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube and you'd like to see more WoW content, leave a like, feel free to subscribe. If you're on Twitch, I'd appreciate a follow, and I hope everyone has a great night. Catch you guys later.